There are some dark pages in the history of the white man's dealings with the Indians, and many parts of the record are stained with the greed and avarice of those who have thought only of their own profit. There are some dark pages in the history of the white man's dealings with the Indians, and many parts of the record are stained with the greed and avarice of those who have thought only of their own profit.
Wake up!
BM, hello everyone. BM, good evening. How are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another stream. Hello, Anya.
Hello.
I'm a bit sick, so apologize in advance. Only a little bit. It's not that bad. Hello, Eileen. Eileen, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Hello. So, until we wait,
Hello?
Welcome to another stream. Oh, now we can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Hello, Eileen. How are
Hey.
you?
Doing okay. Could be better.
Okay. What's up? You want to speak about it?
Just a lot. I mean, you know, a lot of things happened in the last week. So in all kinds of areas. And it's, you know, a lot of action now in the market. So everybody's kind of, yeah.
I just
all the
made a
group
tweet
chats are
that's-
active again.
Yeah. I have massive FOMO because a lot of things are happening. Yeah, you said it right. Also in the Mibera ecosystem. So we discussed in our group chat if we should talk about it. Then we decided not to talk about it because there are no facts. There are also only speculations, and we don't want to tell half truths, and maybe confusion will be even bigger.
Yeah.
But what I already saw is that Smokey stated that they will be on the Kaito leaderboard again, and they will integrate it on the proof of liquidity. So there will be a proof of yapping kind of stuff that makes me very excited. And the other thing is they want to review the proof of liquidity side. They want to make the Mibera token more attractive, and it has a cost. And the cost is these liquid token stakings and liquid staking tokens, and the other ecosystem tokens wouldn't be that much appealing. So that's the that's I think it's only a proposal. It needs to be validated, so voted. I don't know much more about it, but yeah, there are also other stuff happening. So yesterday, the Epiology DAO seats started. You can take your seats now, and you have 6.9 days to take your seats. If you don't know much about Epiology DAO and you want to learn more about it, there is a live stream also in my YouTube channel and also here on Twitter. So if you're interested, you can watch it back. It's a stream with Jenny, where he explains everything about Epiology DAO. I think that was our first stream with Jenny. Some people, I don't know if you saw that, there was one tweet, I can't find it now, but there was one tweet where someone pointed out that the Mibera metadata changed after someone took the Mibera seat. So I can share that here. Mibera tweeted it also. So it was Lana Del Play who shared that, and the eyes changed of the Miberas. And I don't know if you are in the Epiology DAO. Yesterday I took my seat and I received this NFT. I don't know much about that. That's kind of new to me too, but it looks very interesting. And there are a lot of speculations that it has something to do with Mibera. So Lana Del Play, if we look at the eyes,
Is this real?
Something happened. I don't know if it's real. Maybe it's a psyop, maybe no, not. What's really interesting is that we have 7 days to, 6.9 days, sorry guys, 6.9 days to take our seats, and we have our final reveal in about that time. So next Tuesday we will have our final reveal, and our Miberas will take the final form. So maybe they related to another, maybe not, but that's very interesting. What do you think, Eileen and Danya?
Sorry, I was looking into my thing for if metadata has changed or not, and I totally missed the question.
Maybe it's maybe it's a psyop, but I don't know. Maybe the metadata will change later. If we are looking at our Tauros, where was that? I think it was on the quiz or the gallery. Do you know where this Tauros was?
Yeah, I think it's a quiz.
Quiz, yeah.
It was the quiz. But I already... I need to connect, okay.
Oh, connect, okay.
So, you know, there were some badges on this tarot if you took the quiz, and these badges have been updated. So there's also now an Epiology DAO badge.
Oh,
cool.
But it does not show me. It's not on the gallery. Stash and go down. Oh, now. Here we have the tarot. Drawing your faith, alignment, liquid backing. Why does it not show me?
I have it in my stash actually. Last thing, Tarot.
So
Maybe yours is
oh,
not
now
working.
failed. Okay,
Strange.
buy Mibera now and thank me later. Yeah. Oh, now. Okay, for me it's not showing, but I saw something on Twitter. Lana Del Play, shout out to you. Of course, changed. Maybe it was a psyop by you, but I think you're not that far away from the truth, because I think there will something be related to Epiology DAO and Mibera.
It's obvious. It's the liquid backing treasury.
So you mean it's the same, but but you have a Epiology DAO seat with their own pool, and you have Mibera with their own pool, or not? Is it the same?
It's separated, but I think the when it comes to the what's it called revenue.
Honeycomb?
No, revenue.
Revenue, yeah.
I think it's just because it makes more sense, right? Like if you own both things, you would technically be able to borrow for more. So maybe there's some sort of connection there to like be multipliers or something. That would that would itself help the revenue, which would help the liquid backing for Miberas, and it would actually help the liquid backing treasury as well for the Epiology DAO. Yeah. But I'm quite interested in like what growth treasury means. As we've seen, there are, I guess people have been posting like a bunch of projects that were supposed to be serious projects. They're kind of not there anymore. They're AFK, or they had some RFA and sold some stuff that the community members bought, and they're just no longer in existence. So I don't know. For the existing membership, I mean not membership, the partnerships with all the other ones, like the ones that Epiology DAOs and protocols.
They had quite a lot.
Yeah. That doesn't seem to be the case here. So to be honest with you right now, I'm seriously considering like maybe I should just only use the stuff that is tied to Epiology DAO. Like what? Why am I using? Why? Other people can disappear.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't want to talk so publicly about that, but I'm dissatisfied too, because I haven't received anything, and our community neither, not even the testnet part of the airdrop. But we are still here. We are still those who are backholding, and we were not those who get the rewards. Those who got the rewards, they disappeared now. So it should be the opposite. But yeah, it is how it is. We can't change that. But back to Epiology DAO. It's a difficult word. We have at 7:30 p.m., so about 3 hours from now, there will be a Twitter space. So those who are curious, check this out. We here in Europe, it's kind of difficult because it's for me, it's 1:30 a.m. But I will listen to it back tomorrow. I think there will be a lot of alphas there. And what Eileen meant, there are a lot of partners, for those who don't know. But for me, it's the most interesting part of Epiology DAO are the partnerships with protocols. Like here, for example, is Arbera. But I think the most interesting one is Baraboro, for example. There's a kind of percentage. I don't know the exact number, but every from the free fees, what Beraboro is collecting, a part of it will go to this Epiology DAO treasury. Also, the Steady Teddy, I think one was the mint price, and I think 888. Oh yeah, here it is. It says 888 Steady Teddies went to this Epiology DAO treasury. They've got also the pollen airdrop from the Beraboro, so they got I think more than 20 partners, and one of them is Beraboro, but they have also Beradrome, Arbera, and a lot of other ones. So yeah, those who haven't checked it out yet, there will be a Twitter space in around 2.5 hours or 3 hours. Yeah, Mix is also here. Hello, Mix.
Hey guys, I'm a little late. What did I miss?
Not much.
Nothing special. We haven't talked about the reveal yet, but we touched on the Epiology DAO. It started yesterday, and maybe it's no coincidence that it will end just before the final reveal. So maybe there is a link to each other. What do you think about that?
Well, there's definitely a connection between the DAO and Mibera. They're both on the Henlo map, for starters. So we know that they're going to be part of that kind of triforce, if you will. And there's the liquid backing treasury, of course, and there's going to be some Miberas. If I remember correctly, I think there's some Miberas actually in Epiology DAO.
Yeah.
And it's tricky, right? Because there's 4 different treasuries in the DAO. Did you guys covered that?
Yep. Not specifically, but I pointed out I'm interested in what growth meant, because all the other ones are kind of a lot more obvious. Yeah.
The growth treasury, that one's for future investments within the Bearer Chain eco.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
basically,
what the hell does that mean?
Well, they so they got the revenue, right? So there's extra, because the first one's the honey treasury, second one's a diamond paw, the third one's the liquid backing. The growth treasury is any like kind of funds left over, and what they do is they'll look around the eco and say, those guys aren't in the DAO yet, but it's something that we may want to get them in. We may want to invest in them, and then that would be where the funds from the growth treasury would come into play. Look at it like a typical growth and development strategy for like any sort of industry, right? You have your fund set aside for future growth. That's what that is.
Yeah, very interesting. So I kind of think that this was a psyop by Lana Del Play. Shout out again. He tricked me, or she, sorry, about the eyes. I don't know, he or she, Lana Del Play. Lana sounds... He, okay. So he tricked me with the eyes. He said my Mibera's metadata just changed, and there is this token from the Epiology DAO mint, this one. But I think this is fake because ours haven't changed. But yeah, there will be definitely a connection between them. And I don't know, I'm speculating that there could be also some other surprises. For those who are watching us right now, we have a group chat, but Jenny wasn't active for around 2 weeks now. So not a single message. So we don't know either. We don't know nothing. We don't know where he is, what he does. So we are speculating too. And that makes it kind of interesting. And that's part of it. So someone was complaining about the price and that it gets boring, these review streams, but it's a process, and for those who are not that deep into that, that might be boring, but those people who are chasing these swag scores, that's highly interesting, because every week this will change, and every week you have another another trait which is revealed, another swag score where you can speculate again. So it's very, very interesting.
What does the person want? Like, they want to see some fireworks somewhere, or did they say
I don't
anything?
know. I don't know. There were also some tweets that now on Abstract there is another Milady derivative, and they cooked and they compared with Mibera, but I think you can't compare them. It's very, very different. And yeah, maybe it's Mibera. It's not for speculation, and it's not for the average crypto bro who only wants to flip quickly. It's for really those people who are vibing with the Mibera and who are letting the Mibera lore unfold and want to be part of this process. I think those people can wait and doesn't really bother about the floor price. Jenny has been meditating for the last few days away from X. Yeah, definitely. Let's call it meditating. Yeah. Time periods are there. Can see if modern or ancient. Yeah. So let's go to the reveal. We had our 6th reveal out of 8, and now we have our ancient overlay, and we have wow, there hasn't changed a lot. So let's look on another. The eyebrows should change too, and glasses if there are some. So I don't see a big difference on mines. Maybe we can check out Magic Eden. Oh yeah, here we can see glasses now.
Yeah. I think we are gonna have a very interesting thing, because technically, so glasses is one of the scores for glasses is part of the rare or swag score, right? But the thing is, like, if you get a glasses of, you know, if you want to have some like a high score, then you would want to have the highest possible glasses. But if you want to have a low score, then you don't want to have glasses or earrings or anything else.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. But the glasses look interesting too.
So that makes really exciting the whole process every week. So basically you can speculate on swag score, and maybe on the 7th or the 8th reveal will destroy your speculation, and you will get a lower or a higher swag score than you wanted. So yeah, interesting. You here in the audience, you can go to the stream on X and comment under reply on this tweet, and I will show some of your revealed ones. So maybe we can go here and look some replies. Oh, Flexon has this Kigu one. I love the Kigu one. I don't know why. They're very cute.
Cute.
Oh, with the glasses. Nice one, a farmer one.
Okay, someone in the comments, PJ O'Leary, are you Paul?
Are you Paul? Oh, this got a tattoo on his forehead.
Are you Paul O'Leary?
I think his name says it, or who is here?
It just says PJ O'Leary.
Family.
Oh.
That's not a clear no.
For you guys don't know, Paul Larry is the CTO of Mibera Chain Foundation.
Oh.
Oh, what? Okay.
So I'm like, what?
Family member. So yeah, I don't have glasses. Have you checked yours, Anya, Eileen,
I
Mix?
have green glasses.
You have one.
I have a. I don't like dark one. I actually don't know how to.
What's that?
What's happening? Is this yours? I don't know.
Wow.
Actually, I heard Migis has like Excel sheets with the rarity scores. They were speculate about-
I can neither confirm nor deny on it.
What?
But I can say I'm very pleased with my as Aileen had mentioned, you can either go with the high strategy or the low strategy, or the combined strategy, right? Depending. I know we covered that in a couple shows, but my high strategy Mibera just revealed she did have glasses, which was good because sometimes you can see them, sometimes you can't. The majority of the times you can't. So she did have glasses, which could be a killer, but she actually had the Omega, which is a 5. So I could not be more pleased.
Can you
with
show
those
them?
with those. Yeah, she's got long sleeves too. Long sleeve and a 5 drug. So we are in business.
Golden.
We are in business. Her only downside is she has a face accessory too, so it could be still so it's all going to be obviously everything is really contingent on the handheld item. We know that you can put yourself in position, but you really need a strong handheld item to finish out. But if she can come through in the clutch, I think we have a super rare, my friends. I think we have a super rare. We'll see.
Wow. So shout out to you and Dan. You had a Twitter space where you shared all these speculations, right? Can you touch on that a little bit, or you don't want to share too much?
No, of course I'll always share. And again, I don't want to dominate the space because it's really in depth, as you know. But yeah, we had shared the. I think Anya, you made a great point of okay, how much of this is fact and how much of this is speculation. So we wanted to separate it, and yeah, we had shared that when looking at the collection, you can take the high number approach, meaning you want to try to get all 5s, or you could take the low number approach, you want to try to get all 1s. And in reading the rarity document, you had seen that whether it's a 5 or a 1, it's the same, right? The level 5 rarities and the level 1 rarities are the same. And a lot of people miss that. So we covered both strategies, and then we covered a third strategy, which we thought, if that were true, then you could mix them, right? You could get a 5 drug and a 1 shirt, and then a 5 glasses and a 1 hat, and you'd still have the rarest of the rare. So we covered that strategy as well and kind of went through it. So that was kind of the long and the short of it. Plus, there's some really important notes that you want to make. I know, Mokus, you had shared one of the Kigus. So as an example, there's only 200 to 300 Kigus in the entire collection. As such, those are fundamentally more rare than, let's say, a 5 shirt. And we saw that with the long sleeves being specifically called out as an example. So if you have a Mibera with long sleeves, even if it's a 3, which is the worst you can get, it's still more rare because there's only 1,000 Miberas in the collection that have long sleeves. So it's still more rare than even the rarest 5 or the 1 score of any other shirt. And I think a lot of people missed that, and they were selling some long sleeve Miberas that had a 3, thinking, oh, well, this is as bad as it gets, when in fact it was as good as it got. So those were kind of the highlights that we covered.
That's amazing. For those who don't know what we're talking about now, it's the swag score. And there are some speculation that it will matter, because if you are following the Mibera lore and Jenny's actions, you can speculate that there will be some rewards for, but we don't know if you have to, if it's the goal to have the highest swag score or the lowest. So there are a lot of speculations, but here you have a swag score formula, and it's not only additive, so it's not plus, but you have some you have some traits which are multiplied. So the shirt one, the drug one, the item one are multiplied, and then you have 2 times the earrings. So earrings are important too. And this is where I was what I was referring to, is that you have each stage of the reveal, you have a new trait which makes the whole swag score different. So for now, you have the glasses, which there are, I think, 5,600 glasses. So yeah, none. So there are 5,500 without glasses. So you would have here a 0. That would be good if you are speculating on a low swag score, but it would be not that good if you are trying to achieve a high swag score. And not only you have in the traits, you have different swag scores. So you have here you have the whole details, which specific trait, how many swag scores or points they give you. So Dan and Mix basically made this work by scrolling and by looking here on the vending machine and trying to figure out, okay, which listed NFT could have a better swag score. So that's an amazing work, and kudos to you, and you deserve everything if this plays out, because you put a lot of work into it. And I think the whole goal of this Mibera treasure hunt, which you are doing, is that you will get familiar with every trait, and you see a lot of traits and a lot of combinations, and you simply enjoy the collection and know a lot of stuff about it. So that's very nicely built up also from the team. I really enjoy it, and I really love that. Okay, let's look at some other revealed ones from the community. So here we have glasses. So would you consider this mix as a long sleeve? Also like a jacket, it's also a long sleeve, yeah?
100%. Yep, correct. Yeah, those are considered long sleeves. Nailed it.
So these are, for example, also high swag score ones. And basically you would love to have high swag score with long sleeves. On the shirt side, you will have earrings, glasses. So all these traits will add up for the total swag score. Yeah, nice.
I'm very I don't understand the ancient and modern thing. So I understand that some of the Miberas are thousands of years old, or dead, or just, I don't know, alive in spirit. But what are they supposed to be? What is the purpose of them? Are they meant to pass knowledge or do something?
Yeah,
because
that's a good question.
In the score and stuff.
What do you think?
Well, the thing is, if you have all the astrological signs, right, you kind of know when they were born. But knowing the ancient or not, it's like extra information that I don't need, you know?
You think maybe you don't need them?
Yeah,
Well,
unless they're supposed to be, unless they're existing for the purpose of transferring something.
Yeah, what I was thinking of is that later on you will have the possibility to have those tarot readings. And I don't know, there, you know, in tarot you have to give your birth date and birth location to define specific yeah, so it's kind of astrology kind of stuff. So maybe there it will be relevant, but I don't know if it's only for fun or if it will have a deeper meaning. Let me be a bit like a dreamer, because I think nowadays a lot about in general NFTs and also about Mibera. There was an article in the newspaper that people are going crazy because of ChatGPT. They try to they kind of see things or they kind of interpret things spiritually in ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, you start to talk with them, you start to interact with them, and then it creates a narrative where they say, for example, how humanity was designed or made by someone else, or made by a higher entity, made by God, for example. And then they start to have a conversation. And then there are more and more people who are going crazy because they believe there is a deeper meaning, and this is always like a duality. You won't find out the truth. Are we living in a simulation? Are we living in a matrix? Or are we living or is this all imagination? And this will transform here also. It's all about digital spiritualism. And I think we are in a time from humanity where the digital space slowly becomes more important than our physical space. If it like it or not, we spend more time in the virtual world than in our physical world. And with AI and with ChatGPT, this becomes even more scary, or even more, we will have an own reality in our digital world. And spiritualism and a virtual world, virtual reality will become more important. So nowadays these kind of topics are in my head, and I'm thinking a lot about it. If you watch also Black Mirror or series like that, you will think about it. And also Sam Altman from ChatGPT, the OpenAI CEO, said that we will have AGI sooner than we think, maybe already by end of year. And this is all scary stuff. And yeah, and this will, how will this impact humanity, our society, and how will it impact NFTs? You can do so many things with NFTs, and what do you know? How will they look like in 5 years, in 10 years? Basically, you can do anything with them, and if there will be a community, there will be a team, a founder, I think they can also develop. And being here in the early days, this gets me very excited. And yeah, I'm happy to be a part of it. And I think this is so much bigger than we can think of now. The possibilities later will be immense and huge. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
my daydreaming. And yeah. Uh,
I,
if you want
from
to say
the
something,
lore,
you can, but you don't have to. It's only my imagination.
yeah,
well,
like
Mokus, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
If well, Aileen, were you talking about in reference to the actual lore behind Mibera, like why it matters? Like we have those answers. If is that what was that your question? Like
I mean,
why
we
is it
have
important?
like so basically my understanding of the entirety of Mibera is that all of the lore is going to be used.
Yeah, you nailed it. And when you're talking about the lore in terms of the ancestor, the archetype, the era, where it comes from is Mibera draws inspiration from both historical and contemporary movements. So
Yeah.
the example that was given, the ancestor dyad is based on the molecule, basically the handheld item. So the example that we've always been given is like MDMA. So we all know what MDMA is, right, in terms of right now, but often these drugs, they're created from a plant.
I
or a
don't know what
molecule.
MDMA is.
MDMA
FBI,
is something
go
that you
after Mix, not me.
Okay. Well, MDMA is a rave drug that you take, and it's incredibly not medical advice, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, so just
FBI.
but let's keep it simple, like cocaine or whatever, right? You see all the drugs that are in there, right? We know what those are. Oftentimes, those are based on plants, and MDMA, what that's kind of based on is back in Victorian times. If you were to take high doses of nutmeg, you would experience a very similar feeling to taking MDMA. So each molecule from the contemporary layer, if you drill down, it was inspired by a plant. So each contemporary molecule has an ancestor dyad that's really reflected in the handheld item, meaning so there's a 3-stage process when the Mibera is created. Stage 3 is when this is determined. So what it does is it looks at, okay, what is that handheld item and or that molecule? And it's like, okay, that has more traditional, like, nutmeg as an example. That would be older as opposed to like cocaine, right? That's a newer thing. So it looks at that and says, oh, hey, this is more of a contemporary type thing as opposed to a newer one. And it assigns it at that time with a birthday based on those items. And the reason it's important is because once that birthday's been assigned, which it now has, that determines your astrological sign, right? So now we have the moon and the sun and the rising. And now what it will do is what it has done, this whole thing is so awesome because it's so in depth, is it looks at, okay, the year that you're born based on your era. So it's like, okay, you have nutmeg and you have, we don't know the handheld item yet, but whatever it is. And based on that, you were an ancient. Well, the ancient years are between this year and this year. Okay, now it randomly assigns a year. This is all in the background, by the way. Yeah. All in the background. And what it does is it randomly picks a year, the range that you're in. Then a month and a day are randomly assigned, in addition to the longitude and the latitude of where your Mibera was born on Earth. And it applies a weight of 69%. Of course, we all know meme mass is an important part of Bear religion. So 69% is applied to determine if your Mibera was born on land
or sea.
The other 31%. Yeah. So what it basically does, it's imbuing your Mibera with personhood, right? So you know where she was born, when she was born, in terms of era, right? The year, the day, the month, what her sign was. And this is the craziest part, is this was all based on actual star maps. They took that real data of where the stars were in the sky on that exact moment. So they can triangulate exactly all this data to make it real. It's not made up. It's actually based on fact. That's why just when you think about the amount of work, really mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah, so basically, the way that I'm thinking about it, and the reason why I'm curious is that I think within the entirety of Mibera collection, there's probably some that are actually like reciprocates of each other in every form, except for maybe like swag. So like it's all the other stuff, like the molecules, the astrological signs, the elements and things like that, that there is a possibility for, you know, any Mibera to have its modern / opposite version.
Oh, like
And-
the Batman to the Joker type thing?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
if you collect the two and they meet, that something magical will be able to happen.
Makes
Well, that
sense.
would really be something. That would
Well,
really be something.
it would be fucking awkward because I think like there are 8 or 9 Miberas already burned for the rest of, you know, eternity. As
Or
of-
whatever.
Right. So you know.
Yeah, imagine if that was your
Rip.
soulmate. Your soulmate and she was burned. Yeah.
Sorry for your loss.
Forever. Oh my god. But yeah.
I mean, it is technically possible, right? Like, you know,
because
opposite
you can-
of Scorpio is
Yeah.
you know, opposite of a 5, right? Drug might be a 1, opposite of a, you know, 4 hat might be a 2, etc.
Yeah. And the thing is, because these are all like, it doesn't just end there with like an actual story and people putting work into actually creating this, right? Because it actually goes to hex codes, which could be cryptographed. So it'll be very interesting to see how that works on chain, if it ever does, or if it's all just, you know, I don't know. Yeah, for me, I think that's the thing that I'm trying to figure out right now. How do I go about finding the opposite of what I have, right? And then, I don't know.
Well, it'd be so difficult, right? Because well, the opposite of 5 is 1, opposite of 4 is 2. Which 4? Which 2? Which 5? Which 1?
Exactly.
Right.
But knowing the maybe just knowing modern or ancient, that's a beginning, because then you can cross out the majority of everything else and then go from there. And yeah, I think it'll be cool.
And then you can go seafarer versus landborn, right? You can cross that out.
Yeah. So perhaps there's only a small percentage of possible pairs, because all the other ones are lost in the assembly engine. Yeah.
Sounds like Mix got the map, Alien. I think you guys should explore together offline.
I would love to, Aileen. If you would accompany me, I would be
In
honored.
disguise.
I will accompany you. We can actually share cab fare to the psychiatric institution both of us need.
I've mentioned it many times on my other stream that we're so deep now. There's so many layers, right? And by the time it's said and done, we're gonna be in a mental institution, blowing bubbles and, you know, looking at the ceiling. Brutal.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to add a little bit to the AI discourse Mokus shared. And I was thinking about it a lot as well, that people who don't code, they project so much on AI, or they don't really follow tech, and there's so much like clickbait content. And in my communities of like younger folks, I try to spread the word about computation and like its challenges, how progress and AI is not there actually fully. So let's not project our like hopes and dreams and like maybe like sexual projections onto technology. And just like everyone should code, and then we will be living in a cool future together. And also, for example, with like vending, with buying drugs off Honey Road, it's actually AI agents. So that's how like cool tech which is developed now could be implemented in fun ways where we just vibe and chill instead of you know, spinning the wheels of capitalism. You know?
Yeah, I think there will be in the future definitively some other stuff which will build upon that. So yeah. Jenny is not here. He used to. He said that he would come, but he's not here. So the chaos is perfect.
I'm concerned, Mokus, that the jester may have compromised Janny, given the series of events that happened that happened last week. If you know, you know. So now I'm worried about him. We're going to have to keep an eye out. The jester is ever present down here.
Oh, I hope it's not that serious. Yeah, but I'm very excited to have. We will have on Thursday the Phase 7 reveal, and in 1 week our final reveal. I'm very, very excited about that. We will see if we got some one-of-ones. We can see then all the other one-of-ones, and then is when the price action will really kick off. And yeah. Mix, are you hunting for something? Are you looking now for specific glasses, or are you happy now?
I've positioned myself already. Well, yeah, I've got too many. I've got too many. I've positioned myself well, so I'm good now. Just kind of sitting and watching. The only thing that I'd be looking for is like a personal favorite. I'd really like to have a Scorpio with Pisces rising, seafaring Mibera with hearts on the face in a suit, a dark suit. That would just be like, nothing to do with rarity, just like a personal thing. But I've yet to find her. She may be out there somewhere, but maybe after this stream I'll do a look. With my luck, it'll be like 1,000 bear or something. But yeah, I'm positioned really well in terms of the rarity score. So. It's all gonna come down to the handheld item, my friend.
So far, yes.
Yep. It's all, yeah, you nailed it. I mean, it's all gonna come down to that. I mean, your hopes and dreams could be shattered in a matter of moments. So let's see. I think the next one, in terms of rarity score, that reveal has zero effect, right? Just the element and the tattoos, if applicable, and neither one of those have any impact at all on the score. So it'll strictly be for aesthetics.
I actually don't understand like the special, like for example, the ones with Kigu. So because of, the way that the Mibera attributes are designed, like if you have something that's larger, you might not have glasses or earrings or like hat and stuff like that. How does the rarity work? Because I don't understand that part about the document that Jenny wrote.
Oh, so, now you're asking for the alpha, Aileen. Did you watch last week's show?
Yeah, I did. That's why I'm asking here to confirm.
Yeah. So the Kigus are really interesting because, to your point, by having one, it's a long sleeve, so it's automatically rare. But in addition, you don't get a couple things: no hair, which you don't care about, but you're also guaranteed no hat and no earring. So if you're going for high scores, you've killed yourself. But if you're going for low scores, you've put yourself in a really good position because you guarantee a 0 in hat and earrings. The only thing that's better than that is the plain shirts. The plain shirts are fantastic for shooting for low scores because you have no facial accessory, no hat, and no earring guaranteed. So the only thing you need to worry about is getting a 1 in the drug and hoping that you get a 1 in the handheld item, and you've got the very best Mibera you can possibly get. So the plain shirts are the alpha.
Yeah, that's very true. But isn't don't like in his document, I think from my understanding there's like already like a set score for the Kigus, right?
No, he had said that they're under that cast special generations, meaning they're rarer than most because of their limited amount. But they still have to go through the scoring process. It's just they have advantages like this, right? They're guaranteed to not get something.
Oh, okay. I see.
So if you're chasing high numbers, you got to stay away from Kigus and you got to stay away from plain shirts. They're a death sentence. You want to look at the long sleeves, right? And then try your best to get some of the other stuff. But if you're going for low numbers, then you want to target the plain shirts. Now Kigus are fickle, right? Because they're only guaranteed no earring and no hat. But because there's only 200 or 300 of them, you're automatically in a really good position from a shirt perspective. You just got to make sure you get ones in the other ones, because if you believe you can mix them, because that's speculation. I believe you can, but others say no. But if you believe you can mix them, get a Kigu, and focus on people that are flooring something with 1s or 5s, and you're probably going to get a triple S ranking. Provided the handheld item, right? Provided the handheld item is either a 1 or a 5.
Yeah. Shout out to Jasper. He was pointing out something. Any of you looked into the astro sign much? For instance, May 20th, the astro calendar. So we have Taurus from 420 to 520. Very interesting. Is an earth sign represented by the bull. Like their celestial animal counterpart, Taurians enjoy relaxing in serene, bucolic environments surrounded by soft sounds, soothing aromas, and succulent flavors.
Sounds like a good latte or something.
Is there more to it? 420 reveal 520. Is it a coincidence?
Well, no. Those are just the dates of zodiac. That's just the dates. So if you were born there, you're a Taurus, and then right after it would, I believe, Aries. No, it's Aries. I think is before. No, I think it goes Aries.
Aries.
Yeah. It just goes. Yeah, all that is that's just the dates of you were born. You're considered a Taurus, and it gives a brief description.
Yeah, I know. But these are 420 was the first reveal, and May 20th was the last reveal.
Oh, that's not a coincidence. Yeah. The ending was always needed to be on May 20 because the I love you thing.
Because what?
Of the so in May 20 in numbers is 520, right? And in Asia, in the information age, 520 is another way of saying I love you. So like Mibera, there's no Mibera or whatever. It was a thing, and then
and it started on 420 because obviously, and I mean happy 420, right? Happy 420 in America.
Yeah, but also interesting. So, do you have something else what we should talk about?
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask the audience what they how their experiences have been so far, because we are pretty much into almost the completion of the reveal, and I think I've heard a few things. So some people say they did the things like I did, just don't do shit, and it turns out that the reveal process has made them love their Mibera more and more, and some of these people, they're on the vending machine all day long since it came out, but like they couldn't imagine their Mibera to be like this, but now that they see it, they actually love it.
Yeah.
So like some people, they say, yeah, they didn't really like certain things. Maybe the colors were too wild for them, but then the background changed, I think 2-3 weeks ago or something like that, where the simple background became different. So, and they're like, oh my god, holy shit. So there are just always surprises. I wanted to ask everyone how they felt about seeing this change. And also, if you have tried to flip and traded Miberas, did you regret selling anything ever? Did you go back and track what I sold and what it looks like now and stuff? Because I definitely did almost actually sell something, and I was very happy that I didn't.
So what I can say is, I don't know if you guys remember, but I asked this on the first one. So if you would let your Mibera reveal and look how it's by destiny, or do you want to search for some specific ones? And I was kind of like, I will wait till the very end and then I will search some which are appealing to me. But as you said, if I go now on the Magic Eden side and I look on the floor ones, none of them really are vibing with me. Yeah, there are some Kigu ones and there are some other cool ones, but I prefer mine. I really like it, how it evolved week to week after week. I love the background, I love the eyes, love the hair, everything about it, and I appreciate much more like this as if I would choose a random one on by doom scrolling. So that's definitely the case for me, that I really love mines and I wouldn't change. Also, the other one, I got the teddy eyes. Got lucky. So I love it too. So yeah, I don't know here people in the audience, if you want to share, or Anya and Mix, what do you think?
Oh, I actually I knew I have like a limited budget for it, so I was sweeping when everyone was panicking in the first couple of weeks, because I don't know, and I got one for like $66 for 66 Bera from a guy, and his name, his like Ethereum address was psychiatrist psychologist.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I think he must be mad actually after he sold at 66, because my third one, I think I bought for like 100 bears. And now there was actually some cool ones last night on the floor. But yeah, I'm out of my budget for NFTs for now. But I agree with you, like it's such a journey with all of them, and it's so cool to see them, and you kind of develop this like crazy connection with them. I also minted shit ton of Me Shadows on vending machine. Yeah. And they were also glitching, and I kind of liked that they were glitching. They were making like weird attributes, and I kind of love it. I think, yeah, but I'm overall like chill about this whole thing. But I agree also, like when you look at the shop now and you think like, oh, I just want this special connection with them, like it's not something I'm gonna buy like just like that. I will look forward to looking into it more and so on. Super fun.
You know, one thing that I found to be very weird, I guess in the past hour while we were talking, is that like remember the one that I thought was gonna be the only Joker? So that's listed as number 1 in terms of Magic Eden scores. And then from 1 to like, 20 or something, there are a couple of these that were bald. They didn't have much. And they didn't reveal at the same time as everybody else. But now it has changed. So look at clear everything, Mokas, and just rare to common.
Rarity.
Yeah. Just sort price low to high, change to rare to common. On the right.
Rare to common.
On the filtration, yeah. The order.
Rare to common, yeah.
Okay, so the first guy, even yesterday, he didn't have the pride flag on his face. He didn't have the hat.
Oh, cool.
The second guy, he was bald. Now he has hair, but hair revealed happened a long time ago. And now he has a face accessory, which also happened last Thursday. So it's fucking weird.
And expensive. 800 bears.
Yeah. And it's fucking weird how some of these are revealing much later. The third one, she didn't have glasses. Well, the glasses reveal was today, but she didn't have the Mibera or the McDonald's hat. And the fourth one was bald, didn't have helmet, but now has hair and helmet. So
let's screenshot and check if it's gonna be like one-on-one or something.
I will take a screenshot.
Just in case.
Wait. Make it bigger.
I saw somebody was posting on Twitter also a bold Mibera, and then it has a shadow of a Johnny head, like with the ears.
These bold ones are really suspicious.
Yeah, definitely.
Aileen, I had seen and noticed that the common denominator, again with the baldness and things not showing, was if they had a one-of-one shirt. Is that what's going on with those first few? Do they have the one-of-one shirts?
Yeah.
Is that why?
But the thing is, remember how last week when we started to talk about this, because I've been watching like the Joker guy for a little bit, right? Or what I thought was gonna be the Joker guy, which is not. The problem like with him and the 8006, so the second guy in the ranking, is the fact that their shirts don't match the actual shirt.
Ah, wow.
But the thing is, the metadata still shows the same. So it says tennis outfit, but like it's revealed as a East Waterloo shirt. And then there's a second guy, the shirt is supposed to be cactus shirt, whatever the fuck that is, but it says fuck work. Right? So there are some of these things that's like, I've been watching the rare to common because every single time it updates, I'm interested as to how Magic Eden sorts it out, right? And whenever I look at these guys, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And also, some of them are bald, but they don't, like, they do have the correct shirt. So, number 4, the girl with the blue hair. She was bald. She had the correct shirt, but she didn't have helmet. So helmet reveal was like 2 reveals ago, but she was bald until an hour ago. No offense, girl, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like I'm very interested as to like what the fuck is going on. So what I'm thinking is, even if these are not one-of-ones, there's a possibility for any special generation to fuck up like this. And it might not be a fuck up, it might be part of the coding. It might just be like, okay, we're not gonna reveal, like, for everyone else, they're gonna reveal their hats at this stage, but these guys, their hats or their earrings or their whatever are not gonna be revealed until later on.
If you look at it, the ones that you mentioned and what they were missing, for instance, the one with the hair, right, that you said didn't show up with the helmet, it's because it looks like she has not a one-of-one, there's 2 of them, extremely rare fuzz hat, but the rest of it was okay, relatively normal. And like the fuck work guy with the shirt, well, he's got a one-of-one shirt. So maybe it's because if you have an extremely rare item in that area, it won't show up in that area.
But the thing is, why does it show fuck work shirt instead?
Why is this? Well, yeah, to your point, should it be called the fuck work shirt instead of the cactus shirt?
No, well, the thing is, there's actually a fuck work trait, right? So what I'm saying is, how the fuck is it that every single reveal, when Zerguchi updates all the metadata at the same time, like, how is it remaining the same if it's randomized? For like the past 6 weeks, this guy has the fuck work shirt. Or actually, for the past 4 reveals, this guy has the fuck work shirt. So is it like something that sticks with them, which is so hard to do? Because it's so hard to just be like, okay, for this specific guy, make the actual trait the cactus shirt, but display fuck work. Like that's a lot of fucking, it's not just like randomizing. It's like it's randomizing and you have to make it stick.
Yeah, that would really be next level. That would be difficult.
10,000 of those. Wild. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that there is definitely some weird stuff going on with them, and yeah, maybe they will be relevant, but they're not for sale. So you can't even speculate. Okay, here you have something 666 Bera. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to check them out and speculate. Yeah. Someone asking what's up with Jenny. We don't know. So
It's probably
Um,
Epiology DAO stuff.
Yeah.
That's the important thing right now.
We have that
Finally
space
has
in
to
2
check
hours,
it.
right? 2 hours.
yeah.
Is he leading that discussion or is it Corey?
I
I
think it's
don't know.
Corey, right?
He's not even tweeting, so I don't know what's going on.
Beware the jester.
Rip.
Yeah, but I like it. I love that you can't anticipate, you can't see what's coming, and just enjoy. Like in a theater, you are there and enjoying the entertainment. So just let it ride and don't panic. Don't freak out. On the May 20th, we will have our final reveal, and then after that you can freak out if you want to. But until then, just enjoy.
Actually, he's probably listening right now.
Yeah, I think
So,
too.
It's
He
always
loves
does this
that.
kind of stuff.
You know, like in Squid Game, you watch that. There are people are upstairs there, and they're watching how people are playing, speculating, and laughing. What we are getting right, what we are getting wrong. It's highly entertaining for him, most likely.
Yep. Fucking.
Freak.
Fucking.
So Jelly, come up on stage now.
Enjoy your downtime.
Yeah.
Wow.
So next Thursday, in 2 days, we will have our 7th reveal, our last one before the final reveal. Not that much will happen, so only the tattoo and only the overlay element will be revealed. But and they are not even part of the swag score. So yeah.
But they are part of a huge part of the lore, right? Because element helps you find out about land or sea, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah,
No, element does not influence land or sea, regretfully, but it is pretty cool.
Would be awkward if, like, you're a sea Mibera and your element was fire.
Little awkward.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
tattoos
so-
seem cool. Yeah.
Yeah, tattoos are cool. Yeah.
And I believe the tattoos are limited to the arms, right? That's the only place they can be.
Yeah.
They can't be on the face, otherwise they'd interfere with the facial accessories.
Yeah, so short sleeves.
Yeah.
But I think it'll add very interesting things, because a lot of people who have, maybe they're not, or maybe before the swag score update, they're not too happy about their plain shirts or something. But if they get a cool tattoo, it'll be cool.
Yeah, we will find out. And maybe Jenny will join us. He said 1 week ago that he would not come next week. So it was last week where Gumi joined us. And he will be back this week, but he didn't join. So maybe on Thursday. But I can't promise. He's not writing back. We don't know neither what he's doing. But let Jenny cook. We will be here. So next Thursday at the same time, we will look at the tattoos and elements. We will discuss maybe other stuff. So thank you for being here. Thank you to the audience. Thank you, Anya, Eileen, and Mix for being here. And those who are interested in Epiology DAO, in 2 hours, there will be this Twitter space. So thank you for being here. See you next time, and goodbye.
Thanks, guys. See you next week, or see you in 2 days.
Bye.
Bye. One more thing. Mushroom.
Yeah.
Dex says, my Mibera has a mushroom on her head as a hat. Well, a mushroom. Well, congratulations. I guess your Mibera belongs to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay.
The mycelium of it all.
Is there a mushroom kingdom?
Yes,
So
like Mario.
I'm in. So I'm interested if there will be some sub communities in the Mibera collection, just like with Steady Teddies you had with these Saudi traits. Maybe you will have also in the Mibera some sub community, sub DAOs. That will be interesting to see. So yeah, see you in 2 days. Thank you for being here and have a nice day or evening. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.